General Draven, a character who was introduced in Rogue One to add to the rebellion leadership on Yavin and reappeared in Andor Season 2. Whilst his time on screen is short, he has become a firm favourite with fans as the no-nonsense, pragmatic superior officer of Cassian Andor and co. Draven was originally a member of the Republic's military intelligence division before he defected to the rebellion in the earliest days of the Empire. He helped Mon Mothma bring various rebel cells together into a larger, organised force. He was essentially the rebellion's equivalent to Colonel Yularen, serving as the head of the intelligence service, and as such this gained him a seat on the Alliance High Command. In Rogue One, we see him task Jyn Erso with the mission to locate her father Galen Erso, but not many know of his fate after the end of this film. After the rebellion fled Yavin, Draven was involved in several missions, including the interrogation of Gracchus the Hutt, but Draven would go on to make the ultimate sacrifice for the rebellion in the Battle of Mako Tar. A few months after the Battle of Yavin, the rebellion found itself amassing at the Mako Tar space docks. Its fleet had grown in strength and now included several Mon Cala cruisers that were being retrofitted into warships. Mon Mothma calls for a celebration in recognition of their achievements so far. However, what the rebels don't know is that they were being deceived by Darth Vader. As the fleet is preparing to separate to avoid detection by the Empire, their hyperspace jumps fail. Leia realises that one of the dignitaries invited, Queen Trios of Shu Run, had betrayed them and disappeared. Moments later, Vader arrives on board the Executor. This is the first time the rebellion comes face to face with a super star destroyer, and Vader takes a moment to relish in their fear. Without weapons, communications, and unable to launch their fighters, the Empire begins picking off defenseless ships one at a time. It's revealed that Vader had planned to allow the rebellion to grow in strength so that they could congregate in one place to be destroyed. He had ordered Queen Trios, under the threat of death, to go undercover and aid the rebellion in this task, then sabotage their ships so they could be systematically destroyed by the Imperial fleet. General Draven is able to figure out a way to get the bay doors open so that the fleet can launch their fighters. After Han Solo arrives in the Millennium Falcon and then has an amazing dogfight against Vader, they comically throw C-3PO into an escape pod and launch him at the cruiser where Luke and Rogue Squadron are located. They're able to pass on Draven's message about getting the bay doors open. There's then an ensuing space battle that would make for an amazing movie set piece. Meanwhile, Leia and Draven realise that the override codes for the ship's lockdowns are on board the Executor. So, they hatch a plan to take Queen Trios' ship and infiltrate Vader's flagship. Being pursued by Vader, they make it to the command station and retrieve the files. They manage to fight their way to one of the docks, but only find a singular TIE fighter. Draven convinces Leia to go alone with the codes, choosing to stay behind and delay Vader as long as he can, even remarking on how he'd love to have a flamethrower to set him ablaze. They even hint that they'd been working on a specific drill if they ever came upon Vader in close quarters combat. Vader breaks his way through the sealed doors and massacres the rebel troops. Only Draven is left standing, but in his last defiant moments, he makes Vader aware that they had achieved their objective of slowing him down. Vader congratulates Draven before snapping his neck. Ultimately, Draven's sacrifice allows Leia to escape with the codes, which they then use to release the lockdown, and the remaining rebel fleet escapes, devastated but able to fight another day.